Hi, I'm Zach from Hippocrates. Hippocrates is a health platform for Web 3.0, as well as a decentralized health information exchange. There's a lot to unpack here, so let's go through it one at a time, starting with the technicals in a nutshell. The story starts with a single system, the electronic medical records. Quite simply, it's an app that doctors use to digitize records for their patients. In health tech, things have grown quite a bit out of just medical records. Systems can cover more things that go on in the clinic, such as queuing, billing, and even lab and imaging for especially large clinics. The more general category is the health information system. Now, there is a well-known problem in the health tech industry, the problem of interoperability. We have all these providers for health information systems, the market is saturated by it, but they don't share data with one another. Data becomes stored in individual silos. If you jump from one small clinic to another one just next door, chances are they'll be using a different system. You'll have to repeat your medical history all over again. There is no shareability because the systems in use are not interoperable. The logical solution would be to put a system, an interchange, whose primary function is to talk to systems in a standard way and act as an exchange for data. This is the Health Information Exchange. Now, with the advent of Web 3, a natural thought would be to put the Health Information Exchange on the blockchain to incur the benefits of decentralization so that no single entity has control of all of the world's health information, and integrity, so medical data cannot be defrauded after they appear on the ledger. There's a problem with this though. Once something's on the blockchain, it becomes public and distributed to other nodes. Having a patient's prescription on the blockchain, for example, will open it up to everyone's eyes, which violates the patient's right to private health records. Our key breakthrough is to add in a layer of zero-knowledge proofs. These are small proofs of a fact, such as proof that a legitimate doctor prescribed you a certain medicine, for example, that leak no more information than is needed. You'd be able to verify, for example, that the patient does in fact have a prescription from a legitimate doctor, even if the details of the prescription or the doctor are hidden from you. So when it comes to the blockchain, only these zero-knowledge proofs are stored, not the actual medical information. Privacy is restored. This zero-knowledge layer, called Nightingale, plus our set of system-agnostic REST APIs called Fleming, plus our suite of information systems called Curie, all together make up the Hippocrates DApp. Now, we acknowledge that governments and stake actors will have a stake in this setup. They have the incentive to put this in place at scale, to promote better health outcomes in their citizens while stewarding the off-chain database. Because of this, we also provide a service to deploy each nation's custom Hippocrates deployment. Each government will be able to foster their own ecosystem of health facilities and steward their own off-chain database, all while interoperating with the world at large via a decentralized health information exchange. There's still a bit to unpack as to who Hippocrates is for. We have three use cases in mind. First is what we've discussed most recently. Our offering is for governments and large health organizations, deploying the infrastructure for their own health information exchange. There are still quite a lot of problems in this space, even for advanced countries like the US, who have already begun on their own HIE projects. The failures still outnumber the successes. Hippocrates' deployment service will smoothen the process and overcome the barrier of first setup. Second is an offering for health app developers. They will be empowered through our Fleming APIs to create D-Health apps as easily as connecting to your typical REST backend. Compliance, interoperability, security, and the blockchain learning curve will all be handled for them so they can focus on what really matters, their application. Third use case is all about accessibility to the end users, doctors and clinics. We have a set of enterprise-grade information systems ready for them to use to feel the full benefits of Hippocrates. Let's take a whirlwind tour of the apps so we get a better grasp of the coverage of the modules. While this will mostly be a tour of the front-end Curie systems, it also gives a glimpse of all the available modules on Fleming, as everything is backed by the REST API. This is the Curie Clinics app. Registration has a fully kitted out queuing module for clinic front desks, which they can use to start patient encounters. The meat, of course, is the EMR, where doctors can view their patients and encode medical records. This includes important medical records such as the physical exam, diagnosis, and prescription. As well as a comprehensive list of all of the records. Medical billing is included. To close out the core flow, patient registers, gets a consultation, then pays for it. Imaging and laboratory have a fully functioning radiology information system and laboratory information system, respectively, for managing diagnostics. This is where they can input results. PME is more for creating reports about entire flows, from EMR to imaging to laboratory. Inventory, POS, and pharmacy actually are also implemented for in-clinic and in-hospital pharmacies, which brings me to PharmaZip. For PharmaZip, inventory has the three core necessities of any inventory system: the list of products and all their details, the list of transactions to change stock quantities, and the reports for all movements of items in the inventory. POS has the usual point of sales features. Choose a product, sum the totals, check it out. However, it also includes a set of integrations with the prescription. Finally, Vaxcert. Vaxcert has three apps. The Vaxcert Facility app allows doctors to record vaccinations. The Vaxcert Patients app allows patients to take their vaccination certificates with them. I'm accessing the web app, but this is also accessible on a mobile browser. And the VaxCert Scanner app allows any establishments to validate certificates. I have my phone here with me with a QR code from the VaxCert Patient app. All this is at the behest of the government clients of Hippocrates. When they create their own deployment, they're able to mix and match which of these powerful applications to provide to their ecosystem.